The Grizzly evacuation fire is now officially underway.
Got Jesse, I'm bringing him now.
We're gonna bust through 700, no problem.
If you're a division liaison, there should be 2 members in your car.
The purpose of a full-scale exercise is to validate emergency plans, test operational procedures, and to encourage communication between public safety agencies and our citizens. The Sierra Fire Protection District conducted a regional evacuation exercise dubbed the Grizzly Fire. Captain Mark Regan was the planning section chief and exercise designer for Fire Chief Mike Green. Planning and coordination for a full-scale exercise begins months in advance. Meetings were held between neighborhood homeowners with responsibility to alert specific areas. This ensured maximum participation of residents and tested procedures previously established between the citizens and the fire services to be used in an actual neighborhood evacuation. Setup for the exercise began early in the morning. The Galena High School was used for the staging area, evacuee shelter, animal sheltering, feeding, Red Cross operations, and sign-in areas. The incident command post was immediately established near the neighborhoods involved in the evacuation.
The incident commander's role is establishing the objectives, prioritizing those objectives for urgency and criticality, setting up an incident command post such as you've seen here at the high school, building an appropriate incident command organization, which is a very organized system that is incrementally built through modules of units to accomplish the mission. Probably the most important thing is to be looking out in the future, keeping the big picture in mind, kind of that 10,000 foot view of what's happening in the incident, and most importantly what its potential is, where it's going, so we're planning ahead and not reacting.
Control of the incident and initiation of the evacuation alert was made from a mobile command post. Upon receiving the reverse notification of the threatening wildland fire, residents began loading their go kits. Important documents, personal items, and pets were placed into their vehicles, and they headed for the designated shelter. The lead agency, the Sierra Fire Protection District, with assistance from Washoe County Search and Rescue, conducted an orientation briefing for all the first response agencies and support organizations. Responders were organized into divisions according to standards of ICS, the Incident Command System. A variety of exercise scenarios were developed to determine strengths and weaknesses of established plans and first responder training. These scenarios included accidents that could happen during a real evacuation. For example, one resident fell from a ladder while trying to inspect his roof for hot embers. This required a medical rescue response. 2 large dogs that could not be evacuated by their owners required the assistance of personnel from the Washoe County Animal Control Services. The dogs had to be captured, loaded, and evacuated from the home. Special needs residents with Parkinson's disease were encountered. They needed additional help from first responders and medical personnel to evacuate their home with critical items, including medicines and their pet. A report of possible looting involved a law enforcement K-9 unit deployment. They investigated, cleared, and secured an evacuated home. Multiple jurisdictions, agencies, and support groups participated in the Grizzly Fire exercise. The CERT, or Community Emergency Response Teams, canvassed the affected neighborhoods and placed coded tags on homes. This ensures evacuation accountability and aids firefighters to notify residents to evacuate. The Nevada Division of Forestry and Washoe County Sheriff's Office Raven Helicopter Unit supported exercise scenarios with firefighting and rescue aircraft. Air operations are always a key component of any wildland fire event. The American Red Cross set up and conducted the sign-in process for evacuees staying at the Galena High School shelter.
I think the success of this was about building relationships either with the interdepartment members or with the community.
Well, we're at the end of our evacuation drill today. We had over 1,000 residents check into the evacuation center. We had over 300 troops on the ground doing the evacuation.
This is an excellent evacuation drill for our community. Got a lot of people involved. I met a ton of people from resources and agencies that I've never seen before, all working together, coming together, and I had a great day today.
No exercise is over until the results are analyzed and lessons learned documented. Feedback from all the key players and stakeholders must be collected. This improves future training and operational changes in emergency plans used by the first responder agencies. Equally important are the comments and feedback from the citizens who participated in the exercise. The enhanced relationships and positive interaction between public safety officials and the residents we protect was the most enduring benefit from this full-scale evacuation exercise.